All right, team, we are now going to start sewing. We have finished our low tension anchor row. We have finished mapping out our hair. We have the map stabilized. Our models are no longer allowed to move, breathe, look at their phones, do whatever they need to. Keep them still, because you do not want your map to get messed up, especially as we begin sewing, because your hair, your wefts are going to get tighter and tighter to the scalp. So if they're moving around, no, tell them to sit still. Especially because this first step is absolutely crucial. I need to find my second anchor. Remember, we call our beads anchors. This is our low tension anchor row. These are our anchors. So I'm gonna look and feel. I can also peek inside of there. There's one, here's number two. I'm going to take my C needle. I'm going to go right behind those wefts. I see two, that's perfect. I just want to pick up wefts right now because I am simply tying my string onto the wefts. I should have a long tail, all my feeder string, and then a little tail. Think of this step as wrapping a Christmas present. The nylon string is slippery. If you're working with cotton string, it is a bit more grippy. However, the cotton string does take longer to dry. It absorbs more water. So if your client is not great with their blow dries at home, maybe switch them to nylon string. If they're great at nylon string and you love it and they're great at their blow dries, do cotton string. It's completely up to you. I'm gonna stabilize. There's my double knot. I'm making a double knot here. I like, for security purposes, a triple knot. I'm anal. I want this bad boy to stay on here. Now my string is attached to my weft. I can begin sewing. So that was behind our second anchor. I'm going to start sewing in front of that second anchor. As I'm sewing, my string will be traveling with me. So you'll see that I will constantly be pulling it towards the way that I'm sewing. I'm gonna sew this way first, and then once I'm done with that, I will sew backwards. So whichever way you are sewing, whether it's towards the face, towards the back of the head, all the way around, that's the direction your string needs to go. So I'm gonna pull my string. I'm going to pick up, I'm gonna go vertically down with my C needle. I'm gonna pick up hair and wefts. I'm gonna put my thumb here to stabilize. My thumb should be able to hold my needle. I'm gonna pull it through. You'll see that string. I've brought it over, and it's okay if it falls. Even if you have a clip there you wanna hang it onto, just make sure you don't leave it there. I'm gonna pull my C needle through. I can unhook that. Pull, pull, pull. So we have now this circle of trust. If your initial string, your double knot string is in your way, you can grab it. It's in there somewhere. There she is. Okay. Perfect. Pull, pull, pull. All right, I'm gonna bring you closer so you can see that I have a circle here. This is called my circle of trust, and you can see that my string is crossed over it. It's exactly what I want. I want this little crisscross going on. I'm gonna take my circle, I'm gonna do a peace sign. I want to see my fingernails here. Hold my string, see my peace sign, look at my fingernails, do a counterclock twist. Now I see my finger pads. I like to put my thumb in here because I can grip my string, because I'm going to be putting my C needle back through this hole. Pulling, pulling, pulling till I get that feeder out of there. Now I'm going to pull directly vertically. I'm going to stabilize with my thumb once more, push my weft up over my part line, and there we go. There is your first anchor knot. Right there. Great. We're going to go all the way to the corner. So I'm going to continue to pull my string. I'm going to go right behind the first bead vertically, straight vertically down, stabilize with my thumb, make sure my thumb is resting on that needle, and I'm going to make sure that this circle is on either side of my needle. I want this string over here, and I want either side here and here on my needle, and in between, on either side of my needle. I don't want my needle in between. I'm going to pull through. I'm going to pull this string upwards because I don't want to gather any hair, whether it's biological or it's from the weft. Now I've made my crisscross again. I'll pull you up one more time. I've made my crisscross again. Twist, pinch, pull through, and then I'm going to pull vertically up. If you are not pulling vertically, you risk the chance of these beads being shown on top. See how this one's barely peeking out and this one's covered? If you pull down, that's the direction in which your wefts will fall. Now I'm going to stand behind you. Can we still see? Yes, perfect. I'm going to bring my string forward. I'm going to stabilize a bit more with this clip. I love having a horizontal clip right under my section. That way I know it's staying where it needs to be. I'm going to go right, actually I'm going to go right in front. No, I'm going to go right in front of my bead here. Stabilize with my thumb. I've pulled this string over. I need to make my circle. That's these two right here. Make sure those are draped. Pull. Okay, so now you can see I have this little crisscross here. My circle, my string is crossed over my circle. I'm going to lift up. I'm going to twist my peace sign, pinch, grab my C needle, put it through here, manage that hair. The longer your wefts, the more you need to just make sure you're keeping clean. If you're not clean, you will mess up. And now I'm going to pull vertically, stabilize with my thumb. There's my next stitch. Now, oh, well, okay. She's just extra stabilized. I went behind the third bead to start with. That's okay. I need to pull my string forward, go down the middle, stabilize with my thumb. There's my circle. Pull, 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 pull. You can see she's crossed over. Twist. Pull that through. Stabilize with my thumb and pull up. Team, if this happens, you get some hairs caught up, deal with it afterwards. It's okay. You can always pull those out and clean them up afterwards. If you do it in the middle, you might ruin your mapping. Did the hair with my stabilization clip. Pull my string, go right behind that first bead. Stabilize with my thumb. There's my circle. Pull, pull, pull. There's my circle with my crossed string. Gonna twist, make my small circle, pull my needle back through. Now there's stability. Now I'm going in front of my first anchor. Here's my circle. It gets very repetitive. It's very soothing once you get a nice little rhythm. Twist, pinch, through the door. Pull vertically. Now I'm at my corner stitch. I'm going to take this and clip it here. Your corner stitch is the most important part of this entire application. If your corner stitch flips up, your client will come in 2 or 3 weeks, maybe 2 days, and say, I've got this little, it's itchy, it's sticking out, my reading glasses, my sunglasses, my whatever, it gets a hold of it. You don't want that. It dampens your credibility, it dampens your application through integrity. And she just paid a lot of money for this hair, for this application, for your time. You want her to be successful. You want her to have 6 weeks of not talking to you. And that way when she comes back, everything was perfect. And that's how you know. Unless she texts you and says, I love my hair, then she can talk to you. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to pull my string forward like I have been doing. Pull my string forward. Out of habit, I'm only going to go through the weft here in the corner. Let me give you a close-up. Here's my corner. I'm going to go directly through, just the corner of the weft. Here's my circle. See it on either side of my needle? Pull through. Okay. If it doesn't cross, you ever have a situation like this, if your string gets in a tizzy, no worries. You just need to go back underneath your string and pull it through. And you'll be right as rain. See how that feeder just fell right out? Oh, keep knocking the phone. So I'm crossed here. I'm gonna just do my normal sewing. And I'm gonna pull that knot right at the end of my corner. Now I have my string attached to the corner. Now I'm going to make what we call our knuckles. This is a very, very small space you're working on, here to here. You need to put 1, 2, 3, 4 anchor stitches right there. You're going to pull this way now, right? Look what happens if I don't sew this corner down. She's all over the place. She's a mess. I'm gonna move these clips out of my way. This is what's gonna happen if you don't sew this down correctly. So, stabilize again with my little clip. I'm gonna pull my string this way because I'm now sewing backwards, and I'm going to get as close as physically possible. I'm going through my stability anchor pouch, my wefts. I'm coming up. My circle has already been created for me when I sew backwards. Sewing backwards to me makes more sense. My brain just does it so naturally. Okay, here we go. Here's our first knuckle. Boom. Look how much that does not move now. Doesn't move at all. I'm gonna do another one right next to it. twist, pinch, go through your hole, pull, stabilize, vertical. I'm gonna go right next to this one. I just wanna make sure I grab good hair, good weft, through my circle, pinch, twist, place, and pull. Stabilize, vertical, boom. I'm gonna do one more because I have the space. If you have the space, why not? There we go. Twist, pinch, pull. Now, this corner is not going anywhere. I can take this off. That is stuck to her head. See? Perfect. From here, at this point, I'm gonna go behind my bead, in between my bead, in front of my bead. Behind, between, in front. Because I already have stitches here, I'm just gonna go in between those stitches. So here, I'm gonna go right behind my bead. I know I have the space for it. Twist her out, pull through. If you want to at this point, because you already have all these stability anchors, stability stitches, you can do a top stitch, which is just pulling through, not twisting, not pulling, going back through your hole, but simply pulling up. I can do another one here. Notice I'm still pulling this string along with me. I don't like that position. You'll see sometimes I'll make 2 or 3 stabs before I actually bring my needle down because I want perfect position. I'm not gonna twist, I'm not gonna do anything. I'm simply gonna pull. Let's get started on this portion. And once you get to your corner, stop, we'll take a look, and then we'll start going backwards, okay?